think I definitely had the best of the weather up on Green Hill there, because it's gone a little bit, oh dear, as I'm saying that now, look at it. It's perfect light now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Hiking the Wainwrights with me. So today I'm walking up a wonderful little fell. I know I always say this every time, but this is probably, I would say, one of the best fells in terms of views in the Lake District. So much so that it was actually one of William Wordsworth's favourite fells. It is quite special. It's called Gowbarrow. I've parked up at Aira there in the car park, the main National Trust car park there, and the plan was to go and have a look at Aira waterfall. But unfortunately, as you can see, they've closed the path off because the tree's fallen, which is a real shame because it would have been really nice for you guys to see the waterfall, but more importantly, the paths leading up to it that are absolutely gorgeous. They really are. I walked there, I think a couple of years ago, around about sunset, and I'm not kidding you, it felt like I was back in Nepal walking up to Namche Bazaar around those low-level pine forests. There was even the smell of wood smoke. It was quite special, really, really beautiful. But look at that behind. What a view. I mean, I'm literally 5 minutes into the walk, 5 minutes, and you're getting views like this. So I'm just in line with Lylf Tower here, which is an old hunting lodge from way back when. And there's a great little petrified tree down there as well, which would be a really good photographic opportunity if the light was right. But yes, the path forks off at this point. We take the left-hand fork and start going up the hill towards U Crag. So I'll tell you what, let's go and have a look at the route and see where we're going today. Okay, so the initial plan was to show you around Aira and have a look at the waterfall, but sadly the fallen trees scuppered that. So I'm going to head out onto the fell side, up to U Crag, and enjoy those views over Ullswater. After which I'm going to head round to the shooting lodge, and then back up round the back of the fell to the summit. After that I'm going to head down to Green Hill and enjoy the views from there, because they are outstanding. And then it's just back in. Quite a short walk today. Not a massive walk, but it is a gargantuan in terms of views. Pretty much all the way along here are going to be outstanding, but for the most part they're going to be behind you, so you do need to keep checking, keep having a look, because it keeps on changing. The higher you get, you can see a little bit more Ullswater, see a few more fells, and obviously weather changes as well, so keep on checking behind you. So yeah, gonna bomb it up to U Crag and see what we can see there. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this one and see a bit further on. So it's just a really gentle, steady away path through the bracken, well, this time of year anyway. In the winter all this will be gone, but it's quite stunning actually. The heather's starting to come out, so I think give it a couple more weeks and the fell sides will just be covered in it. It does feel like I'm on holiday. It feels like I'm away somewhere hot, you know, in the Mediterranean, with this dusty path and the sun. I think it's because it's a really hot day. I've picked another sweat fest of a day, but I'm going to spin you around so you can see all the view there. Looking out towards the south now, we can see Helvellyn from here. We can see Red Screes and Hartsop Dodd and Kirkson Pass and all that. It's just quite nice watching all the boats go up and down the lake as well. Really beautiful, really, really beautiful. And when we get up to U Crag, we go around that bend, we'll see a bit more of Ullswater as well, looking out towards the east. Well, I can barely get my backside on this bench, but it'd be rude not to perch here for a little bit and enjoy this unbelievable view. Look at it. Not a soul around. Alright, so we're actually now stood above U Crag. So U Crag is just down here. Can't see any yew trees anywhere, but I'm sure there's a reason why it's called U Crag. But it's now that we can see the rest of Ullswater towards the east there, northeast. Can't quite see Pooley Bridge. Flipping wind's got up though. Typically, what we're doing now is we're going to head up this path here towards another hunting lodge. So there's that hunting lodge there, the Lyle's, somebody else? Something like that, tower. And then we've got a shooting lodge up on the corner here before we head off to the summit of Gowbarrow. The corner. You know what I mean. So anyway, yes, that's Hallin Fell out there. Probably can't really see it because it's sort of hidden in the shade at the moment, but yeah, looking forward to getting up there on the next series when I'm doing the Far Eastern Fells. Right, I'm gonna get up to the shooting lodge. Let's go. Beautiful looking little silver birch here. That could be fantastic for a photograph one day, not today. I'm just loving this path at the moment. Look at it. The rocks, the heather, even the tick-infested bracken. It's all good. Just love it. Oh, ooh. So already I've noticed, I mean, it's probably around about 3:30, 4. The light's starting to get softer, shadows are getting longer, and it's this time of day that I love. I really do. Things just look even more beautiful, if that's possible. However, that isn't. That is something that really winds me up. I can't stand it. Ladies, if you're gonna have a wee out and about, either don't use paper and just pull your pants up and go, because you know what, it's not gonna kill you. Or roll the paper up and stick it in like a sandwich bag, a sealable sandwich bag or something like that, and take it with you. Don't leave it like that. Anyway, round over. I am seriously falling in love with this path. It's gorgeous. I think this is right up there with some of the best paths I've ever walked on in my life. Seriously, I've walked on some pretty good ones. Anyway, I was going to say, apparently, a few hundred years ago, all these, at the lower reaches of all the fells around here, were just covered in dense woodland. It was totally overrun with red deer. Hence all the hunting lodges and shooting lodges and all that kind of stuff. I tell you what, it's a warm day, but there is a bite in that wind. Every time I get a gust of wind, do I rug up a little bit? What do? And then start sweating again. So this is actually the first time that I've walked this particular route up to Gowbarrow. I normally come over from the Dockeray side. I didn't know that the shooting lodge no longer exists. That was it. There's a few little bits of remains there, just a few rocks in the bracken. I guess in the winter you'd be able to see a little bit more of it once the bracken dies off, but that's it. That's all that's left of it. I'm just going to head up this path now, which is going to slowly creep up to the summit of Gowbarrow, which I'm looking forward to. Well, not so much the summit, because the summit's not great for views. You have to head off over onto Green Hill, so I'll probably do that straight away after the summit. But let's go and have a look. If you're enjoying this walk so far, please drop a like. It all helps to get the video seen by other people, which is great. And of course, don't forget to leave a comment. It's always great reading your comments. I read every single one of them. So thank you for those. Don't forget, I always put the route in the description. So if you ever want to follow along with this particular route, just click on that link in the description below. It's a link to the Ordnance Survey website. If you download their app, I think it's £3 something a month or £25 a year, or something like that. It's peanuts, but it is fantastic. Highly recommend it. I'll tell you something, there's some serious mood moving in. Can't quite see the extent of it just yet, but it looks pretty flipping dark over that way. Could get some nice drama on the top there, looking out towards Helvellyn and maybe Clough Head, that sort of direction. Let's see, I'm excited. There's Little Mel Fell and Great Mel Fell there, look. Not far at all. Right, here we are on the summit of Gowbarrow, and flipping heck, it is windy. I don't know what it is about this place, but every time I come here, it's really windy. It wasn't even all that windy down the valley, but my goodness, it's picked up now. In fact, the last time I was here, I came up with a group of photographers, and it was so windy that none of us could actually stand up. I mean, it must have been 50, 60 mile an hour winds up here, and we had to crawl off this bit here, heading off towards Green Hill. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. Not as windy as that today, but still quite blowy. Nice view, fantastic view. So, as I said a minute ago, you can see out towards Little Mel and Great Mel there. Some nice light spilling onto it now, and obviously that dark mass over there is Blencathra and Helvellyn over that direction. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to Green Hill, because obviously, you know, this is the view you get. It is lovely, but you can't see the lake, and it's over on Green Hill there where it drops away. You get this uninterrupted view of Ullswater and the fells beyond. So I'm going to go over there, try and find somewhere a little bit less windy if I can, and maybe set up the camera so I can show you what the fells are and what you can expect to see when you're up on Gowbarrow. But yeah, gorgeous. Not a lot of effort either, really. Let's get across to Green Hill and see what we can see. Ooh, yeah, normally this area here is a real boggy area. You can see it is. But thankfully, because it's not been raining that much, it's quite dry. So that's Green Hill, right out there. That's where we're going. And you can see, just make out the top end of Ullswater there, so we'll get a much clearer view of all of it in a minute. Right, I just fell completely on my backside then. The path sort of branches off. You can just make out a very faint path going off, like a little trod going off in the grass. A bit tricky underfoot actually. It was difficult to see where I was putting my feet, and then ended up actually falling on my camera. Eek! I have done that before and I have broken a lens before. Fortunately, touch wood, it didn't break today. So happy to be out and to be alive. These are good times indeed. Except for that flipping wind. It's like a scene out of Gladiator or something, you know, with the fields and the hand running through the grass and whatever. Okay, I think I'm delirious now. I need to eat some food. Hey, Hurdy. Wow. That's a hop, skip and jump, wasn't it? That view is really opened out. But there's still a little bit of ground in the way, so I'm going to go and head over to this bit here. Perhaps just over here, look. That's much better. Now we can see everything. Gotta admit, that is pretty special, isn't it? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rug up, because flipping it, it's cold. That wind is icy. So get another layer on and get a mash bar, I think. Marsh bar. And then I'm going to show you what you can see from Green Hill. Because, wow. I mean, look at the light down there now. Flipping it towards Glencoyne. Yeah, right, let's get on with it. Well, I can honestly say that I could sit here for hours, I really could. At least I could if I was warm enough. It's so cold. My hands have gone blue, so I think what I'm going to do is carry on with the rest of the walk. You certainly wouldn't think it was the middle of July, that's for sure. It's yeah, it's quite a special fell, this one. The view is outstanding. I'm going to head off down now. So yeah, good little spot that. Back up to the pile of stones here. Flippin' heck. Getting the little patches of light. Weirdly enough, it wasn't doing this a minute ago when I was sat there with my camera. Now that I'm moving off, it's doing it. It's all kicking off. It's always the way, isn't it? It's always the way that I'm always mourning as well. Welcome to the Sea of Bracken. This is Tig Hill. I definitely had the best time of the day up on the on Green Hill there, because it's gone very, very dull and horrible there now. So yeah, lucky, very lucky indeed. Not a million miles away from the car now. It's just down here beyond this tick-infested path. So I might as well wrap it up. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can get yourselves out here and do this route. Highly recommended. And like I said, The route will be in the description, that OS map. I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.